Hi, and welcome back to the K Word. I'm so pleased that you can join me today. Today, we're looking at online learning. Now, you would have noticed that we're up to episode 3. Oh, hold on. There's a problem. This looks wrong for online learning. One moment. There, that's better. So you see, I'm a teacher, and Kimberly Beer made an appearance a couple of months ago when it came to her classroom. Let me introduce to you this fine fellow. Now, this fine fellow's name is Jasper. Jasper has now terrorized 2 classrooms. Jasper gets into a bit of mischief. He has parties when we're not in school, but he's also become best friends with a lot of my students. And it's always really nice to see Jasper get into mischief. So, I'm going to now show you just a little bit of the teaching that I've done while I've been here in the UAE doing online learning. Now, Jasper just said to remind you that we actually did 15 weeks of online learning, and we started back in March. For our children in the school that I was just working in, we were using Google Classroom. Jasper did a couple of naughty things. Jasper ate my gummy bears. He took photos of me when I was in bed asleep. Not cool, Jasper. And Jasper joined us for live Zooms and things like that. So he used to leave messages for children. So I guess what I'm saying now is, hi 2D. Jasper just wanted to say hi. He managed to sneak out of his box and join Kimberly Beer to come and say hi and to let you know what we did with our online learning. So I'm going to give you some snippets of some of the learning. So I took science. So I decided that it was a really good time to actually get physically involved with the children. I'll introduce to you a couple of the science lessons that I did. I also did a little bit of math. And towards the end of the online learning, Jasper and I got a little bit cheeky and we took over a couple of English lessons. So we'll let you in on the secret. Right, this lesson. The bear came to visit because the bear was telling the children about some rock candies that we'd grown on the windowsill. It was an amazing lesson. I enjoyed doing it. I put a time lapse in place using an iPad, and the children actually started making them at home as well. It's amazing what you can do with technology. 2-year-olds to completely understand this concept, we use something really easy to understand, and that's making food. So Kitchen Science is a really great place to go with this. I gave them the recipe and I positioned the camera so that I could actually record exactly what I was doing. This made it really easy for the children to mimic or copy these things at home, which they did. But they may have made cakes, they may have made all sorts of other things, which is really good when you're stuck at home. So it was a really good way of teaching it. This next video was looking at categorizing animals. So looking at the classification. Now, I printed out the signs. I used some soft toys that used to be on the windowsill behind me where I taught. So I used to have my star of the week. I used to have Jasper and his cronies, his people that used to help him get into mischief. I used to sit on my windowsill with my library collection. So that became my teaching background, because then I could keep my life separated from my job, even though I was in the same room, because I am in a studio. So in here, you can see that I've gone around and I've classified the animals that I had. Now, I did get some absolutely fabulous little videos and photos from the children in Year 2 showing me how they did it at home. Now that means that what I was teaching them, giving them information about, they turned around and did. Now for me as a teacher, it was such a rewarding thing to watch as these children completely understood what they were learning. So join me in watching this one. This video needs no explanation. This was the English takeover. And this was the one that I was a little bit, in a subtle way, dared to make it better for my children. We were in the last week of home learning, and I thought, why not? The bear came to visit. It was about a story. Why not? Gives you a little bit more about the story too.
Shh, don't tell her. I tipped out the whole thing and decided that 2D needed a teddy bear to talk about prepositions. Not just someone sitting there. I know you've seen the video.
So, you've just seen a whole lot of snapshots, some of the crazy things that I do. You might have learnt a little bit about the fact that dare me or challenge me and I generally rise to the occasion. So, Jasper here is saying, cheers, thanks for joining us. And that's stupid. Well, there you go. There's the snapshot so far of the things that we did for online learning. Now, when I say we, I say this dude and I. Jasper was a huge part of my class this year, from in the classroom into online. He is a bit of a mischief maker, and he does have some friends that help him, but his best friends are always the children in the class. It's a little bit of a dare sometimes when people say to me, go on, make it better. I normally do. I like to rise to the occasion. The friendships Jasper's made with the children has just been a highlight this year. When I get on top Zoom calls and all the children want to do is to see Jasper. It's really special when you can create an environment that the kids really enjoy being in. So Jasper's saying, catch you later. Now, as you saw, the bear lesson was based on a book, and the book was we're going on a bear hunt. Why not? I've got 2 fuzzy ears and I've got a bear face who kind of likes to go on a bear hunt. Now, I've heard that my children loved it, and it just shows you the quirkiness that is Kimberly. So thank you for joining me on the K-Word. The next episode is going to be looking at me packing for my new country. I'm leaving the desert and I'm about to take on a new challenge. And let's say the temperatures get a bit extreme, but from the other end. So join me next time on the K-Word, and I look forward to seeing you then.